Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Love and Odd. Today we are going to review the Marvel Legends series Fantastic Four First Step. And man, I'm excited. Today we're going to talk about the Invisible Woman. I'm going to have some problems with this. We're going to talk about that later. Now, the package itself looks very nice. I love it. It looks very beautiful, nice, white, and bright. And if you look closely, there's a few little marks that looks like stains, but it looks like a bit off-white that, I don't know, makes the package looks a bit old. I don't know if you could see some right there. But man, yeah, I like the little details, but yeah, they're very nice. I thought they were a bit dirty or damaged, but no, it's all over the box. So I guess that's how it is. And of course, we have the little original Hasbro logo right here from the 60s. And of course, fits the whole theme because the movie is set in the 60s. And tell me, how did y'all feel about the new movie? I absolutely thought it was fantastic. I think it's better than the early 2000s one. I think it's way better than the 2015 one. But man, we're here to talk about the figure itself. Of course, we have a little logo of the Invisible Woman. And like I said, I'm going to have some problems about the name. But anyways, we have the side with Vanessa Kirby. And if y'all don't know, Sue Storm is actually my favorite Fantastic Four character. I'm being serious. As a kid, it used to be Human Torch, but it's Sue Storm. I mean, oh my god, they fixed her in this movie, which I'm happy about. Not saying Jessica Alba did a bad job, but it's just the writing is just the thing. But yeah, we have a good picture right here. Another good picture right here. Just the same one, just the same thing. And of course, it says the Invisible Woman. Now, y'all might be curious, why do I have the problem that it's called Invisible Woman? So the thing is, there's two versions of Johnny Storm. There's the one that's Flame On, of course, the Human Torch one, and then there's one that's called Johnny Storm. I don't know why they didn't make her clear or half clear, like some clear pieces to call her the Invisible Woman. This is just Sue Storm. And again, you made two versions of Johnny Storm, but you don't make two versions of the Invisible Woman. Now, I have a feeling that maybe Hasbro is gonna do some like here's a brown paper. I don't care. Maybe Hasbro is gonna do a three releases that I'm gonna talk about later on. But man, I have a feeling maybe, just maybe, next year she's gonna have like a clear version of her, and then there's gonna be another version maybe of the Thing with his outfit on, a complete outfit, and then maybe, if y'all don't know, because spoilers, maybe we're gonna have a battle damage Reed Richards. If y'all have seen the movie, but yes, I'm not gonna say why he has battle damage if you haven't seen the movie. But anyway, so here we go. We have the nice logos of all the characters. Very nice. I like it. Very beautiful. Nice and blue. And I didn't even mention that the colors they should be a bit brighter. I didn't say that about my Reed Richards video, but they should be a bit brighter. So, right off the bat, we're going to look at her effect piece. Of course, we have her little force field. Well, not a little force field, but, you know, a little shield. And of course, you see some bullets ricocheting on there. And I thought this was like a reissue that they were just doing, being lazy from like the original Sue Storm one that they were doing for the cartoon series, I'm pretty sure. But no, this is a completely new piece. I had to look it up, and this is completely new. I don't have the original Fantastic Four or any Fantastic Four, the Walgreens exclusive. I don't have them to compare. So this is going to be my definitive Fantastic Fours. Now, of course, very nice, just clear. I like the nice details that they have around the area. We have some bullets, like I said, so it's very cool. And of course, we have a little peg hole that we could just, well, I mean, a peg piece to put in the peg hole. And of course, just tape. All right, there you go. There we go. All right, so now I have a few problems with this figure because it reminds me of McFarlane, which is not good of a comparison. Now, why, you might say? McFarlane would do some shit. He would give you one fist hand, and then he would give you one gripping hand for a character that doesn't have nothing to hold, and then he would call it a golden edition. Go fuck yourself, Todd McFarlane. If you like his toys, that's fine. Me, it's not my cup of tea. But we'll have one that's gripping, well, looks like it's supposed to grip on something, and then we have one fist hand. I'd rather have two fist hands because she has nothing none of the other characters have nothing to grab on. So I really I don't get that. But we're gonna just look closely. Of course, it's just nice. It's white. It's black on the back. Very nice. And if you look closely, it feels, I don't know, it feels like maybe something from a reuse. I don't know. Recorrect me if I'm wrong. Damn, they make her fist look very tiny compared to Reed Richards and Doctor Doom and Silver Surfer. But we're gonna do comparisons later. So, man, if you see some little bit details, I really see some little line works like on the knuckles. I hope y'all guys could see that. I hope the light is not messing that up. But yeah, I would rather much have two fisted hands than one fist hand and a questionable gripping hand. Don't know why, but I mean, it's perfectly painted very well. Of course, like I said, yeah, a little bit on the knuckles right there. Just making sure. So, all right, that gets out of the way. Now, again, I have problems with this because it should have been called Sue Storm instead of the Invisible Woman. But like I said, maybe next year, maybe they would do a version of a clear version, and maybe right, and maybe we will get the Fantastic Car, and maybe if they make the Fantastic Car as like a set, they will probably put Herbie in there. They will probably do that. Because I know sometimes they could be late with their figures and the releases, but that will probably happen. I just maybe in the future. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Now, character-wise, again, like I said, I kind of have some problems. I wish we could maybe have two force field. Because, let me see here. You could see how it has a little hole right there. You could have easily stacked another one in here. And it could have been, you could have had two force. I'm just saying, okay? And then you could have probably had two hands like that. And then maybe one open palm hand. And then two fist hands, maybe. Who knows? I'm just saying. But yeah, the hand accessories are a bit odd to me. But man, this looks beautiful. This looks fantastic. You're probably gonna hear me saying that a lot. Some scruff right there. I don't know what the. If you look closely, I have some little brown mark. I don't know what the hell that is. And I have some other parts that looks a bit chipped off, as you see here. But I'm just gonna talk about that later. We're not gonna pay attention right now. We're gonna pay attention to this. Let's take off the head sculpt actually. If it could get off, there we go. And man, hold on. It looks pretty good for what it is. I could actually see the Vanessa Kirby in this more than the Pedro Pascal Reed Richards. And man, this head sculpt is actually pretty well. The hair, her, just look at it. Just her hair looks wonderful. Looks very nice and sculpted. Nice little line works. Very good. It's beautiful to look at and very nice. Feels good to hold. Not bad. But of course, why the hell are you gonna hold the head? You're gonna have it on the body either way. But man, yeah, I could see Vanessa Kirby more. This is like, I would say like a 9 or a 10, but it's like an 8 to me. This head sculpt, probably like an 8.5, way better than the Pedro Pascal head sculpt. That one's like a 7, but very nice. And of course, you see closely, she has some nice, beautiful blue eyes. I know nowadays they use not 3D printing, printing on the eyes on the computer, so that's a whole other thing. But I mean, either way, it looks very nice, looks good. She looks a bit more, like, cause she has her, like, you think she'd probably smile, but no, she looks a bit like, huh, well, that just happened, that type of face. So, see here, there's a bit shininess on that. I don't know why, but okay. All right. Well, anyways, so of course, as your usual Marvel Legends. Fuck, I forgot. To be honest, my mind went blank. Fuck, what kind of joint is this? It's not a dumbbell joint. But whatever. But you really can't do a lot of articulations either way with her hair because of her hair in the way. But anyways, but let's look at the actually. Let's just look at it completely. The outfit completely. This is probably the most accurate representation of the Fantastic Four outfit. It's probably just her only. I mean, I love everyone's different versions of their outfits in the movie, but man, I have a few scruffed up plastic coming. I don't like that. Don't like that. Of course, you're not gonna be looking at her from the back, but I mean, I don't like that. Anyways, don't know why my Sue Storm came like this. I literally, it was just from goddamn freaking GameStop. But anyways, so her outfits looks very nice. Everyone's completely different. And then I'm gonna pull the Reed Richards, as you see. By the way, I forgot to say, this should have been a different color. The whole color is this, oh, a bit brighter, but then this is a bit more brighter than what it was. But I mean, you could tell the outfits looks like on the same team, but completely different versions of their outfits that have their own unique look to them. So it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Now hers is just more simple, not a lot going on, but still things going on. Of course, we're gonna look at the details. Of course, there's some little line works coming down right here. And of course, there's no line works. Well, I mean, there is, but they're a bit more tiny. Yeah, more tinier. Of course, right here, more line works. Very nice. Makes it look like she's actually wearing an outfit. I love it. Their outfits looks very cozy to me. Am I the only one that thought of that? But anyway, so we have more little line works here on the details of the pants of this outfit. Very good. Of course, we have the boots. Not a lot of details going on, but with Reed Richards, a lot was going on with his. But of course, all of them are just completely different, and I'm fine with that, and I like that. But man, this looks really good. Of course, more line works right here, a little black paint right there, another little black paint right there, little black paints right here. So we just got white, we got black, we got blues. So just those three colors, which is very nice for this. So of course, very good. I like it. The belt doesn't look messed up. Well, the middle part right here, it looks like the paint is just chipping off. I don't know if y'all guys could see it from my point of view, but in the cameras, I hope it shows. So anyways, we're gonna have her head back on. Of course, I want to look at her other hands. And before I take this hand, these wristwatch, the wrist communicators, or whatever you want to call them, these come off easily. Well, don't come off easily, but these could come off of your figure, and I'm glad that these are not painted, because when you watch the movie, and if you look at the trailer, because I wanted to wait until I watched the movie to have my own opinion, and I was like, all right, screw it. These figures are pretty well done. This wristwatch is supposed to be, let me see if I could take it off. It's very tight. This wristwatch is supposed to be on this side, because if you look at the trailer, they all looked on their right hand, and it looks better where it's at. Looks good. Looks better. So I'm glad they did not use this for glue. Good. Now we're just gonna have to yeah. See, I like that. I like the accuracy. That's what I like. It's very good. So, of course, with your usual Marvel Legends articulation, you really can't, well, look down, you really can't look a lot. It's really just the front hair piece and the back hair piece. You're really not going to get a lot of looking back and forth. Well, not even a whole turn. So, well, maybe a little tilt, but not a lot. Now, we could pick up her arms. Moves way better than Reed Richards, because I was having a bit difficulty. His felt a bit stiff and I had to keep moving him around, but these move way smoother than I thought. Of course, pick them up. Very nice. They go down that far. It's a bit decent, but not so close enough unless you move the swivel and then you have it like that, but it still doesn't look close. Anyways, so like I said, goes far that very good, very good. You could just rotate it. Good, not bad. And then of course rotate. So very good, very good. And now another swivel right there. Again, she moves way smoother than Reed Richards. I am very much surprised. I thought she was going to be a bit stiff, but swivel right there. Okay. Yep, there we go. The double jointed elbows. Oh, they feel a bit tight. Double jointed. Again, they feel a bit too tight then. But they do good. Look at that. That's very well done. It's very good. That's very good. With this Sue Storm, she can move very well, but there's some like QC issues with this figure that I notice. It's just with some of the paints, but we're gonna talk about that later. And of course, side to side hinge. But with this, do not move it. Let me show you. Because with this head, I thought there was gonna be like some movement, but no, it's just one piece. Not even trying to make a pun at that, but it's just one little piece that's stuck together. You can't move it. Of course, there's a little hole right there. I wish they could paint this black so you wouldn't really notice, but I guess I see why they put that there. But anyways, pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Okay. And of course, let's move side, pretty good, to side, very good. Let's move down, not a lot. Ooh, okay, she has way more better articulation than the Reed Richards. Okay, holy shit. That's pretty good, that's actually really good. So, let me show you if y'all didn't see that, just to be sure. Down, a bit, and then, ooh, back. That's really good. That's actually good. Very nice, very nice. You can just, let's say, turn around. Again, a bit stiff. Yeah, good rotation right there. And then rotation right here to the waist. Very good. Nice. And then splits. Pretty good. Way better than the Reed Richards because his split was about this far, I think. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, well, we're here to talk about Sue Storm. But man, of course, we have a swivel right here on her thighs. Very good. And then another side of the thighs. Very good. So, not bad. And then, I gotta be careful with these. Okay, yeah, they feel a bit stiff. Okay, there we go. Double jointed. Very good, very good. And then, double jointed. That's actually pretty good. So, she moves very well. She moves very smooth. Very good. And then, hinges. And then, ankle pivot. Pretty good. And then, ankle pivot. So, pretty good, pretty good. So, not bad. She moves way better than I was expecting. But, let's put her, well, force field, and then I'm going to switch some hands out. There we go. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Again, I wish they kind of would have added black paint, right? Well, you wouldn't notice. Like I said, I wish they would have added black paint right here in the middle, but it doesn't really matter because you wouldn't notice because they already have something in front of it. So who cares? I don't care. But I still wish we had some like even amount of hands. Like one of this would be fine. I guess I'd rather have two like calm palm hands. I mean, two relaxing hands. And then two fist hands, I would have been completely fine. This open, well, gripping hand, very unnecessary, very unnecessary. But of course, she moves very well, very well. But now, after we just got done with the shoe, okay. Now, I'm gonna gonna put her fist hands. Now these, you can move them side to side. They have hinges. So that's good. Very good, very good. So yeah, be careful when you switch out her hands. Just be careful, because you don't want to mess with the force field and with the force field hand and then accidentally break it if you didn't know if it was a one piece. Okay, and then this one, it just goes up and down. I want, again, why, this is like some McFarlane level type hands. So yeah, her goes up and down, but not a lot. This hand is very unnecessary. Again, I don't know why they have that, but I'm not really gonna pose her like that. I'd rather have a relaxing hand and then fist hand like that. Again, if only they gave her 2 relaxing hands or maybe 2 fist hands, that would have been better. But anyways, so she moves pretty well, but let's see how she looks like with some other characters from the Fantastic Four. Of course, Reed Richards, well, I have him a bit sucking up his stomach, but there we go. Very good. Dr. Doom, oh my god, he towers over. I did not know he was going to be this tall, but compared to the figures, yeah, I did not realize. And then for Silver Surfer, yeah, he's just only that size. So he's pretty good. Dr. Doom over here, he's just, wow. But, so, it's pretty good. But her size, very good. Scale is very good. Again, very nice. But I do have some Q issues. That can't even fucking speak. But anyways, but look right, I don't know if you can look, but there's a tiny little mark on the 4 that is not even white. It's just on the middle of it. Right there, blue little paint. I know, to me, kind of bothers me, but the more I'm going to pose her around, I'm just going to forget about it and not care. And of course, right here, I don't know what the hell this brown paint is. If y'all can see that, but this brown paint, right? I don't know what that is. I don't know why. But of course, I'm going to try to clean her up. And of course, like I have over here, another part that's for some reason looks weird. So I have a few problems, but overall, figure-wise, she's pretty cool. You get a force field, but an awkward accessories of hands, which I'm having a few issues with. But overall, she has way better articulation, surprisingly, than Reed Richards. So, yeah, I recommend this. If y'all guys do like this, I recommend it. But like I said, I feel like they're going to do a variant next year, maybe next year, of the complete Invisible Woman with different hands. And maybe we would get the Fantastic car with a Herbie figure in it, like a Hasbro Plus exclusive, because you know they always do that stupid Hasbro Plus exclusive shit. But anyways, I feel like we'll probably see different variants of these. It is Wave 1, so I don't know, maybe, I guess, I don't know. Didn't know it was a Wave 1, I thought it was just, that's it. I thought it was just this, but overall, pretty good. I love her. One of my favorite characters from the Fantastic Four, and she's done very well. But like I said, some QC issues with this figure. But overall, what am I going to give this? I got to be honest, an 8. Her articulation saves this figure, and you get a little force field, but an awkward accessory of hands that reminds me of McFarlane Toys, which you do not want to be compared to McFarlane Toys, but Marvel Legends is way better than McFarlane Toys. But man, it's just, I was gonna see if they had like treads, because on the shoes they had number 4, but I guess not. I wish they did that, but yeah, whatever. So like I said, a few QC issues with mine. I have a problem with the head. You can't really look up, but since she could look back very far, you'll be completely fine. So yeah, I'm gonna give this figure an 8 out of 10. Like I said, it's pretty good, but awkward amount of accessories. Well, with the hands is awkward. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I hope y'all guys enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoy making these videos. These are always fun for me. And I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever y'all guys are in this big, crazy world. And I hope y'all guys take care of yourself. Goodbye.